Staying on the side.
Should we stand on it? Oh, no, we should probably stand.
You should stand.
Stand over here?
There's nowhere to stand. Stand over there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Picture this. You want to meet up with some friends, business partner, even perhaps a date, but you don't know where. 70% of people in this situation would choose to, well, meet in the middle. But where in the middle? Well, that's where we come in. We're Proxi-Meet, and we've created a software designed to be licensed out to other businesses to improve user experience by helping people meet up. The way we achieve this is that we take in 2 or more addresses, find the midpoint, and then show them the best place for them to meet. The motivation for this product came from personal struggles with finding places to meet when I'm going on hangouts or even with people from organizations or from school. Now, we've done a bit of market research and we've asked the question, do you have a relationship with people that reside in different cities? It's kind of inconvenient because you don't really know what's in the middle, where the coffee houses are in the middle. So this is part of our market. Now, when you're considering where to meet up, most people try to meet somewhere in the middle, which makes sense. And these are the people we are targeting. Now, this is our team. I'm Untitled Chapter. I'm the CEO. I come from a family of entrepreneurs and accountants, and I pitched this idea at Bay Street Bootcamp, which was run by the Economic Club of Canada.
Hi, I'm Betty Koo. I have of a wide variety of industry experience. I'm the co-president of Accounting Society. I'm on first place in economics at FBLA Ontario, and I'm also the chief marketing officer at Target Alpha Canada. Under my management, we've expanded the organization across 4 provinces and 60 schools.
My name is Ramon Messine. I'm the Chief Communications Officer. My experience with entrepreneurship is actually creating a network in my own school. I'm the president and co-founder of Baby's Entrepreneurship Club. Moreover, I've interned for a couple of companies during the summer. Most recently, I was the new business development representative at Arcope & Associates.
My name is Dustin Hu. I'm the Chief Technology Officer. I am the founder of my school's president, and Chief Technology Officer of my school's Game Development Club. I also have a hobby of designing, building, programming robots and such, and I am the one who turned this idea into a first prototype.
I'm Amanda Gua, and I am the Chief Marketing Officer. And at school, I am a second-year member of Babyuteca. Last year, I competed at the provincial level for a marketing category, and this year, I'm competing in 2 categories.
Hi everyone, my name is Catherine Kai. I'm the CFO of this, and I run financials for a music department, as well as being operations manager for the Bayview's Accounting Club.
I'm Jordan Weedle, and I am the Vice President of Finance. At my school, I just started my financial accounting class because I thought it would be pretty interesting.
Hi, I'm Khalil Weedle. I'm the web developer. In my school, I'm part of the robotics club, and
Okay, so our business model will start off as a B2B. We're going to be selling this software to other businesses to improve their user experience, not to the end customer. Later on, we might go to B2C in a form of like a Google extension. Now, we're going to have 3 forms of revenue. Monetization of data. We'll collect and store data about where and when people like to meet. And we'll sell this data to local businesses in that area or marketing and research companies that will make use of this. Now, our second form of revenue will be sponsorship, like a Google-esque type sponsorship system, wherein businesses can pay money to have traffic directed towards their location. And our last form of revenue would be the actual licensing fee to the actual business.
Okay, so who's our target market? Well, firstly, we have trading websites such as Kijiji and eBay. Secondly, and perhaps this is more prevalent as teenagers, dating websites. More and more people are finding their spouses on sites such as Match.com and eHarmony. We want a piece of that market. So we want to facilitate that first date and hopefully that second and third date by choosing the locale for the person. Secondly, large corporations and businesses. A lot of these places, such as Deloitte and KPMG, meet on a diurnal basis, and that would be a great market to have. Finally, and this is probably our biggest revenue stream, would be those map service providers, such as Google Maps and MapQuest. Now I know a lot of you guys are sales guys, so let's get down to the numbers. In our first year, we are projecting $100,000 in sales. In our second year, $210,000, and our third year, $300,000. Now, in terms of profitability, the bottom line is in our first year, $15,000 in profit, second year, $125,000, and our third year, $130,000. And these are pretty conservative estimates too. Now, our only operating costs are quite minimal, to be honest. Firstly, all we have to do is really pay for the data processing and storing of our data. Also, and this will probably regulate more time for, is getting it from the MVP stage to that final product so we can actually license it to these big players such as Google.
So then now, I'm going to demonstrate our prototype. And here we go. Let's see. So, let's say that you have two addresses. Somebody throw an address at me. So, preferably somewhere in Ontario, so it doesn't try to go throw you on a foot.
Yes, you.
905?
905?
The phone number you need?
No.
Address 171.
171.
Yeah, Mary Croft.
Mary Croft.
Oh, one word, sorry.
Oh, Mary Croft.
Yeah, Croft, yeah.
Where?
Avenue.
Avenue.
Yeah.
Somebody give me another one.
8 the Seneca Way.
Oh.
Whoops.
That?
Is it, bro? Let's see whether it works. No, it does. There we go. And now this position here, where the pin is located, at least if we're zoomed in properly, it is just a prototype, is where the midpoint is.
Okay, so now I'm going to be talking about the long-term business plan. So from year 1 to 2, we're going to be targeting smaller dating sites, for example, moneymatches.com, to gather market research as well as gain some market share. From year 2 to 5, we're going to be targeting larger companies such as Plenty of Fish and Kijiji, as well as we're going to be able to sell data to other companies for them to use for their market research purposes. From year 5 onwards, we're not only going to be targeting larger blue chip corporations such as Google with all of our market research data, but we're also going to try going international to China and Britain. Okay, so this is our vision for the future. So very, very different from our prototype, but as you can see, hopefully one day we'll be able to be added onto an add-on onto Google Maps. So right over there, you just click on it and you'll be able to find what's in the middle. That's our list of venues you can go to, as well as our rating sites and such. So Proxi-Meet goes global. What's our place in international markets? Well, first we're going to expand to America, where it's a large country with a huge internal market. Many people do business very similarly to how people do business in Canada. Next, according to Statistics Canada, in China, personal relationships are essential to business success. So people are much more comfortable eating at restaurants with friends, as well as Chinese business ventures are usually done outside of office buildings. Thirdly, we're going to be expanding to Britain, where it's becoming increasingly common for businesses to take place outside of the context of an office, instead go into bars, teas, etc.
Okay, so the competition, we're a B2B model while our competitors are B2C. And with a B2C model, in this case, you would need a massive amount of money and time to actually educate the public about your service. And because of this, our competitors have very little traffic. So we don't really have any true direct competition because we're B2B and they're B2C.
Your way?
My way.
How about Midway?
Now we open the floor to any questions.
So you mentioned you had competitors with very low traffic. Are these products that already exist and are out there?
Yes, they're websites, and you type in Me in the Middle on Google, and the UI isn't very good. It's very primitive,
Okay.
per se, but
So weaker products already exist out there.
weaker products, much weaker.
And it's not
they haven't
integrated.
tried to go B2B yet.
Yeah, and they're not B2B.
And
And as well, we can take in more than 2 addresses. Most of them can only take 2 addresses. So for business meetings, you can put in 6 addresses and it'll still work. Oh yeah, and we also have a function, a temporal midpoint. So not only is the distance, the midpoint of distance, is that if somebody's in downtown Toronto and somebody's in Aurora, the time to get out of downtown Toronto will be much greater than to get from Aurora down to, let's say, Richmond Hill. So it'll account for the actual travel time.
Traffic.
Yeah, traffic.
We also have a very simple and easy to use user interface. As you can see, we have the list of the venues right there. It's very clear. There's only 3 options. You can always click to see more at the bottom. So this clears up any many red dots that many of our competitors have, where they'll find like a list of all the middle points.
Yes, and for dating sites and all those other clients, it'll actually be integrated directly into their service so that it'll automatically find the location. And for privacy, in those cases, the actual addresses won't be shown. It'll just be the location.
You mentioned that you were going to do something like this where you could see what was in the area around the midpoint as well as wanting to do the dating sites. Have you thought about categorizing what your search is for?
Okay, so the way we're going to do this is it'll ask you what type of meeting it is. So if it's a business meeting, it'll automatically know that you want a quiet place, preferably for a lot of people. So it'll automatically filter down to restaurants, libraries, or even actual dedicated business meeting places.
Also, I have something to say. Also, if you go to our website, they already have a categorizing thing where you can type in, for example, cafe, and it'll tell you how many are in the area.
Yes?
A question. So in year 1, you've got incremental profit per client of $500,000. What's that based on? How many clients and at what price point per client?
Okay, so let's use a random company like Auto Trader. They have a profit of $500 million a year. 70% of their revenue is through online shopping, online transactions, whatsoever. But we help them gain an extra 5%. From that 5%, we share 20% of it, and then in the end, that would be around $500,000, right? But in reality, that was the whole Auto Trader website. We're only focusing on Ontario as of our numbers right here. So that would come to $100,000 in revenue.
We're going to be drawing extra profit for them because we're actually improving their user experience, which will close deals faster. It'll attract more people, and it'll give them an edge over the competitors.
So how much would you, are you going to do that pricing for each company, each business that you're selling to?
Yeah,
so
that would be the
models?
third strand of the revenue, the licensing. That would be the revenue from there.
Sorry, I have one more question. So to get that $500,000 in year 1, you've got marketing of $700. That seems really light. Marketing is typically a much higher percentage.
Well, because of our B2B model, you can do it.
So we also rely on public relations. So if we have the software integrated into another company's website, then that means we can have our logo projected, and that would definitely increase the publicity. And as we increase publicity, people realize that the software is really good, and they should integrate it into maybe they should use it themselves, or maybe another company will think, oh, we want to integrate it as well. So then they might even just come to us, and we can make a deal with them. So that also increases our profits as well.
And because it actually gives them an edge over their competitors, it'll domino because, say, eHarmony has it, then Plenty of Fish will want it because eHarmony has it and they have an edge over them, and then it'll domino over to all the other dating sites so that everybody's on par. Any other questions?
One more? No? Why hasn't Google done this already? They have all the algorithms already.
To be quite honest, I don't know.
That's what we're here for.
Yeah, could be some good reasons, right? But
yeah,
valuable looking into that.
Yes, it would
right?
be valuable.
How do you get there before, you know?
So what we were going to do, and this is another question that I'm surprised hasn't come up, but why would the businesses choose us and not just make their own version of the product? We're actually going to we're going to put a lot of time into the development and make it as modular as possible so that developers really, it's not worth their time to actually make a new version because all they really have to do is just take it, plonk it in there, and they're done.
Is it going to be just by calculations, or is it going to store like Google does popular places and
that's the data. There's going to be the regular calculations, and there's going to be analytical anonymous data that'll say at this time people want to meet there, depending on what connections were made.
as well as saving, say, my home address.
No, it would not save that. It would just save that you in Aurora and
No,
you.
but could on mine, because if you linked with Google, Google has my information.
Yeah, you could. We could do that, but it would have to be in the contract, and that would be a legal issue that we don't have much expertise in. We'll have to look into that.
Is there anything that's proprietary about what you're developing?
The modularity of it, because we're putting so much time into it, anybody that's trying to replicate it will have to go through that same process, and maybe their installation process will be longer, more costly, and by that point, because we have such a modular thing, any business can just take it and
It's
block.
cheaper for them to just
Yeah,
buy
it'll be easy for them to just go, okay, done.
All right. Thank you very much.